Namaste dear students, welcome to your channel Virtual Master. In the previous session we have discussed or studied about velocity time graph of the object. In this session we are going to solve few numericals and multiple choice questions related to acceleration and velocity of the object, where displacement will be given as the function of the time. To solve this type of problems, you require the knowledge of differentiation and integration. Suppose if you have already studied differentiation and integration, then it is well and good. But if you have not studied differentiation and integration, then don't worry. While solving the problems, I will help you or explain you how to differentiate and integrate with the help of the formulas. Okay, you have to remember all those formulas. Okay, now watch this video till the end. At the end of this video, I will ask one question for which you have to give the correct answer in the comment section. And if you have any opinions or suggestions, then you can write in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed our channel till now, then subscribe our channel. And to get the notifications of all our video uploads, press the bell icon. And you can also follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page. The link for the Instagram and Facebook page will be given in the description. Okay. Now our first question is, a car is traveling along positive x direction with a velocity of 30 meter per second and it has to overtake the truck. The car's velocity is increased to 35 meter per second in 2 seconds. Find the average acceleration of the car. So what is given here? A car is traveling along the positive x direction and its velocity is 30 meter per second. And the car has to overtake the truck. Okay. Now to overtake the truck, the velocity of the car should be increased, isn't it? The car's velocity is increased to 35 meter per second and the time taken to increase the velocity is 2 seconds. Now in this case you have to find the average acceleration of the car. Okay. What is given here? Assume that a truck, this is the large truck which is traveling on the road and behind that a car is traveling. Now the car is traveling with 30 meter per second, that is velocity of the car is given 30 meter per second, and in order to overtake the truck, okay, the car has to overtake the truck, so it has to increase its velocity, isn't it? Without increasing the velocity the car cannot overtake the truck. So the how much velocity it is increased? The velocity is increased to 35 meter per second. Okay, the velocity is increased to 35 meter per second. In how much time? In 2 seconds. Okay, in this case we have to find average acceleration of the car. Okay, solution for this is, what are the things given? First, initial velocity is given and final velocity of the car is given, that is v1 is given, how much it is? 30 meter per second, and the second velocity of the car is also given, how much it is? 35 meter per second. Okay, in how much time the car is changing its velocity? It is changing its velocity in 2 seconds. I can say delta t is given, it is 2 seconds. Now what you have to find? We have to find the average acceleration. Average acceleration is equals to how much? Okay, we know the formula for the average acceleration, isn't it? Average acceleration, a bar is equals to change in the velocity divided by change in the time taken. Or we can say the formula for average acceleration is nothing but change in the velocity divided by total time taken. So I can write delta v divided by delta t. Now what is delta v? It is nothing but v2 minus v1 divided by delta t. Delta t is already given. What is v2 here? 35 meter per second. And what is v1 here? 30 meter per second. And what is delta t? It is given as 2 seconds. So 35 minus 30 is 5. 5 divided by 2. It is nothing but 2.5. Okay. And what is the unit of acceleration? It is nothing but meter per second square. Okay. You have to write the unit. If you don't write the unit, you are going to lose the marks in the examination. Okay. I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of a question. Now let us solve our next question. The next question is, the position of an object moving along the x-axis is given by x is equals to 2 minus 5t plus 60 square. Find the velocity and acceleration of the object at t equals to 3 seconds. Okay, what is given? An object is moving along the x-axis and it is given by, so the position of the object is given here, x is equals to 2 minus 5t plus 60 square. In this case, we have to find the velocity and acceleration of the object at 3 seconds. Okay, the time is given 3 seconds. So we have to find the velocity and acceleration of the object at a particular instant of time. That means we have to find instantaneous velocity and instantaneous acceleration. Already we have studied about instantaneous velocity and instantaneous acceleration, isn't it? So what is given? Position of the object is given as a function of time, that is x is equals to 2 minus 5t plus 60 square. Now what we have to find? We have to find instantaneous velocity and instantaneous acceleration. Now instantaneous velocity will be given as v equals to dx by dt, isn't it? This we have already discussed. And instantaneous acceleration is given as a equals to differentiation of velocity of the object, that is dv by dt, isn't it? Suppose if you have not studied about differentiation, then listen properly how to differentiate the constants and variables. Okay. Now first you have to remember that differentiation of a constant will be equals to 0. Okay. Remember that differentiation of a constant will be equal to 0. Okay. Assume that I am differentiating a constant with respect to t and a constant here is a. Okay, it can be anything other than a. Okay, assume that a is a constant and differentiation of a constant will be equal to 0. Okay, in our equation 2 is a constant. Here there is no variable t, right? So 2 is a constant. So if we differentiate 2 with respect to t, then you are going to get the answer 0. Okay, assume that if you want to differentiate a variable with the power n. Okay, I want to differentiate d by dt of t power n. We are differentiating a variable t with power n with respect to the t. Now the formula for this is n into t power n minus 1. Okay, d by dt of t power n is equals to n into t power n minus 1. You have to remember this formula. You have to apply this formula everywhere. Okay. Now, let us take one example. If you want to differentiate phi t here, okay, d by dt of phi t. Now, phi is a constant, so I will write it outside. So I can write it as phi into d by dt of t. Now, the power of t is 1, right? So, what is the formula? D by dt of t power n is equals to n into t power n minus 1. Here, in this case, n is equals to 1. So, I can write phi into 1 into t power n minus 1, that is t power 1 minus 1. It is nothing but phi into t to the power of 0. Any variable with the power of 0 will be equals to 1. So I can write phi only. T power 0 will be equals to 1. So phi into t power 0 is equals to phi only. Isn't it? Okay. I hope everyone have understood how to differentiate phi t. Now let us differentiate 6t square. Differentiation of 6t square with respect to t. Okay. Now what I will do? 6 is a constant, right? I will write it outside. 6 into differentiation of t square. Now the formula is t power differentiation of t power n with respect to t is n into t power n minus 1. In this case n is equals to 2, right? So I can write 2 into t to the power of 2 minus 1. Okay, according to this formula I have written 2 into t to the power of 2 minus 1. What is t to the power of 2 minus 1? It is nothing but 1 only, right? T to the power of 1. So I can write 6 into 2 into t. It is nothing but 12t. Understood? Okay. I hope everyone have understood how to differentiate the constant and differentiate the variable with the power of n. You have to remember this formula. Okay. Now let us find instantaneous velocity and instantaneous acceleration. Now instantaneous velocity v is equals to dx by dt, right? Now what is the value of x? X is equals to 2 minus 5t plus 60 square. So I can write d by dt of x. X is how much? 2 minus 5t plus 60 square. Okay. So after simplification, what I will get? D by dt, that is differentiation of 2 minus 5 into d by dt of t. Okay, phi is a constant, so I am taking it outside, plus 6 into d by dt of t square. Okay, this step is not necessary. For the sake of explanation, I am simplifying step by step. Okay, if you are perfect in differentiation, you can avoid this step also. Okay, let us erase the ink. I hope everyone have noted these formulas. Okay, now v will be equals to d by dt of 2, that is a differentiation of a constant, will be equals to 0 minus 5 into differentiation of a t with respect to t is equals to 1. Already we have discussed this, isn't it? Now differentiation of t square with respect to t is t only, 2t, right? 6 into 2 into t. So velocity will be equals to minus 5 plus 60. This is the equation for the velocity. Sorry, it is not 6, it is 12t. 6 into 2 is 12, right? 12t. Okay, this is the formula equation of the velocity. Now we have to find the velocity at t equals to 3 seconds. That means we have to substitute the value of t as 3. After substituting t as 3, we are going to get minus 5 plus 12 into 3. Okay, what is 12 threes are? It is 36. 36 minus 5, we are going to get 31 meter per second. Okay, the velocity of an object at t equals to 3 seconds is 31 meter per second. Okay, I hope everyone have understood how to find the velocity if the position of the object is given as the function of the time. Okay. Okay, just now we have found out the velocity of the object, isn't it? Now velocity of the object was equals to minus 5 plus 12t, right? Now we have to find the acceleration of the object. Acceleration of the object is equals to differentiation of velocity, okay, with respect to the time, isn't it? Now velocity of the object is minus 5 in plus 12t, right? So we have to differentiate minus 5 plus 12t with respect to t only. Now differentiation of 12t will be equals to 12 only. Differentiation of minus 5 will be equals to 0. Okay. Differentiation of 5 plus, okay, this is minus here, plus 12 into differentiation of t with respect to t. Here differentiation of a constant is equals to 0. So this term will be equals to 0. Now 12 into differentiation of t with respect to t. Differentiation of t with respect to t is 1 only, right? So I can write 12 into 1. So therefore acceleration will be equals to 12 meter per second square. Okay, always you have to remember that you have to write the unit of the variables. Suppose if you miss the unit, then you are going to lose the marks. Now you can see here acceleration is equals to 12. There is no variable t in the equation, right? That means acceleration is independent of the time. That means acceleration is constant in this case. Okay, acceleration is constant in this case because there is no t term in the equation. Okay, I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of a problem. Now let us solve our next question. The next question is, the position of the object moving along x-axis is given by x is equals to a plus bt square, where a equals to 8.5 meter and b equals to 2.5 meter per second square, and t is measured in seconds. Okay, what is its velocity when t equals to 0 seconds and t equals to 2 seconds? And what is the average velocity when between t equals to 2 seconds and t equals to 4 seconds? Okay, now what are the things given in this question? First, the position of the object is given as a function of time, isn't it? That is x is equals to a plus bt square. Next, what else he has given? He has given the value of the a and b, that is a equals to 8.5 meter and b equals to 2.5 meter per second square. Okay, now in this case we have to find the instantaneous velocity of the object when t equals to 0 seconds and t equals to 2 seconds, and also we have to find the average velocity of the object moving between t equals to 2 seconds and t equals to 4 seconds. Okay, now first let us find the instantaneous velocity of the object. We know the formula for the instantaneous velocity of the object, that is v equals to dx divided by dt, isn't it? Now what is x? X is equals to a plus bt square. So d by dt of a plus bt square. Now, while solving the previous problem, we have discussed how to differentiate a constant and how to differentiate a variable with power n, isn't it? Now, the differentiation of a constant will be equals to 0, and the differentiation of a variable with power n is equals to, that is d by dt of t to the power of n will be equals to n into t to the power of n minus 1. This formula we have discussed while solving the previous question, isn't it? Now let us use the same formula here also. The first step is differentiation of a with respect to t plus differentiation of bt square with respect to the t. Okay, this step you can avoid. Okay, for the sake of explanation I am writing one more step, that's all. Now d by dt of a, that is a is a constant here, right? And the value of the differentiation of a constant will be equals to 0. So I can write v equals to 0 plus, and in the second term b is a constant, right? So I am writing that outside, and differentiation of t square with respect to t, we can use this formula. D by dt of t to the power of n will be equals to n into t to the power of n minus 1. Here the value of n is 2, right? So I can write n into t to the power of n minus 1, that is n means 2 and t to the power of n minus 1. N minus 1 means 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 will be equals to 1. So the final answer will be equals to 2 into b into t. Okay. The equation for the velocity is 2bt. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to find the velocity of the object when t equals to 0 seconds and t equals to 2 seconds. Okay. When t equals to 0 seconds. If we substitute the value of t as 0 in this equation, multiplying 0 with any other term will be equals to 0. So I can write velocity will be equals to 0. Okay. Now in the second case, when t equals to 2 seconds. We have to find the velocity when t equals to 2 seconds. When t equals to 2 seconds, let us substitute the value of t as 2. Okay, 2 into, and what is the value of b here? B is equals to 2.5, right? 2 into 2.5 into 2. Okay, now 2 into 2.5 is how much? 5. 5 into 2 is 10. So velocity will be equals to 10 meter per second. Okay, when t equals to 2 seconds, instantaneous velocity will be equals to 10 meter per second. Okay, I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of a problem. Now we have to find the average velocity of the object when the object is moving between 2 seconds and 4 seconds. Okay, all of you please note down because I am going to erase the ink on the slide. Okay, now let us find the average velocity of the object when the object is moving between 2 seconds and 4 seconds. Okay, now the position of the object is given as a function of time here, right? That is x is equals to a plus bt square. I can write it as x of t is equals to a plus bt square. Though in the question he has not given x of t, but you can write x of t also. Okay, that is position is given as a function of time. Now we know the formula for average velocity, that is average velocity v bar will be equals to change in the position divided by total time taken. Now what is the change in position? That is nothing but final position minus initial position, final position minus initial position divided by total time taken or the change in the time taken. Okay, now change in the time taken I can write it as t2 minus t1. Here t2 is 4 seconds and t1 is 2 seconds. Now let us find the initial position and final position first. Now how to find the initial position? Initial position is nothing but t1, that is position of the object at 2 seconds. Okay, position of the object at 2 seconds is nothing but the initial position of the object. So in place of t, let us substitute t1. Okay, t1 is nothing but 2 seconds, that is position of the object at 2 seconds, x of 2 will be equals to a plus b into t square. Okay, t is how much here? 2 square, 2, right? So b into 2 square, it will be equals to a plus 4b. Correct, huh? Now let us find the final position, that is x of 4, that is position of the object at 4 seconds. Okay, that is a plus b into 4 square. I can write it as a plus 16b. Okay, this is the initial position of the object and this is the final position of the object. I hope everyone have understood how to find the initial position and final position when the position of the object is given as a function of time. Okay, now let us use this formula to find the average velocity. That is average velocity v bar will be equals to final position. What is the final position here? A plus 16b, isn't it? So I can write, I am writing directly here. Final position is equals to a plus 16b minus initial position. What is the initial position here? A plus 4b. Okay, I have missed b here. A plus 16b minus a plus 4b. Okay, whole divided by t2. What is t2? t2 is 4 and t1 is 2, right? So I can substitute t2 and t1 here, that is 4 minus 2. Now let us simplify this equation. A plus 16b minus of plus a will be equals to minus a, minus of plus 4b will be equals to minus 4b divided by 4 minus 2 is 2, right? Plus a minus a get cancelled. What is left here? 16b minus 4b, which will be equals to 12b, right? 12b divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 six are. So finally average acceleration v bar will be equals to, sorry, average velocity v bar will be equals to 6b. Okay, 6 into b. Now what is the value of b here? The value of b is given 2.5. So I can substitute here 6 into 2.5, which will be equals to 15 meter per second. Okay. So the object or the particle will be moving between 2 seconds and 4 seconds with a velocity or average velocity of 15 meter per second. Okay, I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of the problems. Okay, now let us solve our next question. The next question is, a car moves along a straight line whose equation is given by s is equals to 12t plus 3t square minus 2t cube, where s is in meters and t is in seconds. Now the velocity of the car at the start will be, and four options are given here. Okay, what are the things given here? A car is moving along a straight line and its equation is given by s is equals to 12t plus 3t square minus 2t cube. Okay, and the value of s is in meters and t is in seconds. Now we have to find the velocity of the car at the start. That means we have to find initial velocity. Okay, at the start means initial velocity, and at the start t will be equals to 0, that is time will be equals to 0. That means at time t equals to 0 we have to find the velocity of the car. Okay, that means we have to find the velocity of the car at a particular instant. That means we have to find instantaneous velocity. So we know the formula for instantaneous velocity, v equals to ds by dt, isn't it? ds by dt, that is we have to differentiate this equation s with respect to t. So I can write it as v equals to d by dt of 12t plus 3t square minus 2t cube. Okay, already we know how to differentiate the variable with power n, right? I am going to write the equation or formula for the derivation of variable with power n once again. Okay, look at here, d by dt of t to the power of n will be equals to n into t to the power of n minus 1. Okay, this already we have discussed. Now let us use this formula to differentiate this equation. Now v equals to d by dt of 12t. So 12 is a constant and differentiation of a t. Okay, that is t is having a power of 1. That means n will be equals to 1. 1 into t to the power of 1 minus 1. That is t to the power of 1 minus 1 will be equals to t to 0, right? T to the power of 0. So t to the power of 0 will be equals to 1. So I can write it as 12 into 1. One thing you have to remember, d by dt of t will be equals to 1. This you have to remember. Okay. Plus 3 into t square. Sorry, differentiation of 3t square. 3 is a constant and differentiation of a t square. Differentiation of t square as 2 into t to the power of 1, because n is equals to 2, right? 2 into t to the power of 2 minus 1 will be equals to 2 into t to the power of 1. So I am writing directly minus. Similarly, differentiation of t cube will be equals to 3 into t square. Okay, so I am writing the equations directly. Okay, now v will be equals to 12 in plus 3 2s are 60 plus, sorry, minus minus 2 into 3 is 6 t square. Correct? Now what we have to find? We have to find the velocity when t will be equals to 0, isn't it? So let us substitute the value of t as 0. After substituting t equals to 0, I am going to get 12. Okay, because t is equals to 0 means 6 into 0 will be equals to 0. T square will also be equals to 0. So 6 into 0 is 0 only. So what will be left? Only v equals to 12. So the correct answer is 12 meter per second. The velocity of the car at the start will be equals to 12 meter per second. So option C is correct answer. Okay. I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of a question. Now the next question is, the displacement of the particle is given by y equals to a plus bt plus ct square plus dt cube. The initial velocity and acceleration are, and four options are given here. Okay, what is given here? The displacement of the particle, and it is given by y equals to a plus bt plus ct square plus dt cube, and we have to find the initial velocity and acceleration. That means we have to find the velocity and acceleration of the particle when t equals to 0. Okay, always remember that whenever initial velocity and acceleration will be given, you have to assume that t will be equals to 0 unless and until if the value of t is given. Okay, now let us solve this. What is given here? Y is given, that is displacement is given a plus bt plus ct square plus dt cube. Displacement of the particle is given. Now we have to find the initial velocity and initial acceleration. That means instantaneous velocity and instantaneous acceleration. So instantaneous velocity v will be equals to differentiation of displacement, right? And what is displacement here? It is y. I can write d by dt of a plus bt plus ct square plus dt cube. Okay. Now I am going to write the values of differentiation directly. I hope everyone have understood how to differentiate the terms. Okay. Now differentiation of a constant, that is a will be equals to 0. So therefore v will be equals to differentiation of a will be equals to 0. Now I am going to ignore this term. Next, differentiation of b into t. Differentiation of t will be equals to 1. So what will be left here? Only b plus differentiation of ct square. Okay. Differentiation of t square will be equals to 2 into t. So I can write it as 2ct plus, now differentiation of dt cube. Okay. D is a constant and differentiation of t cube is 3t square. So I can write it as 3 into d into t square. Okay. Now we have to find the acceleration, and acceleration or instantaneous acceleration will be equals to differentiation of velocity, right? Differentiation of velocity dv by dt. Now what is velocity? The equation of the velocity just now we have found out, right? And it will be equals to d by dt of b plus 2ct plus 3 into dt square. Okay. After differentiating, I am going to get differentiation of b, that is a constant value, right? So differentiation of b with respect to t will be equals to 0. So I am ignoring that term. Now differentiation of 2ct and differentiation of t is 1, right? So what will be left? Only 2c plus, and in this term differentiation of t square will be there, and differentiation of t square will be equals to 2t. 2 into 3 will be equals to 6. So the answer will be 6 into dt. Now this is the equation of the acceleration. Now what we have to find? We have to find initial velocity and initial acceleration at t equals to 0. That means if we substitute the value of t equals to 0 in this equation, I am going to get the velocity, and in this equation if I substitute t equals to 0, I am going to get the acceleration. Okay, let us substitute t equals to 0 in this equation. After substituting t equals to 0 in this equation, I am going to get v will be equals to only b. Okay, because t is 0, right? Multiplication of 0 with anything will be equals to 0. So 2ct will become 0 and 3dt square will also become 0. Okay, and acceleration a will be equals to, now let us substitute t equals to 0 in this equation. If I substitute t equals to 0, this term 6 dt will become 0. So only 2c will be left. So I can write a equals to 2c. So initial velocity is b and initial acceleration is 2c. So the correct answer is option C, B comma 2C. Okay, I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of a question. And if you have any our suggestions or opinions, then you can write in the comment section. And if you think this video was useful to you, then like this video and also share with your friends also. Okay. The next question is, a particle moves along a straight line such that its displacement is given by x is equals to t cube minus 6t square plus 3t plus 4. The velocity when acceleration is 0 is, options are given here. Okay. Now what is given here? The displacement of the particle which is moving along a straight line is given, that is x is equals to t cube minus 6t square plus 3t plus 4, and we have to find velocity of the object when the acceleration of the object is 0. Okay. Now we have to find the velocity of the particle when the acceleration of the particle is 0, and the four options are given here. Okay, let us solve this. Solution. Now x is given, x is equals to t cube minus 6t square plus 3t plus 4. Okay. Now let us find the velocity of the object. Now the velocity of the object v will be equals to dx divided by dt. Okay, differentiation of the displacement will give the velocity, isn't it? Now let us differentiate this equation. The equation for the displacement is given here, d by dt of t cube minus 6t square plus 3t plus 4. Okay, the differentiation of t cube is 3t square and minus 6t square is given, right? 6 is a constant and differentiation of t square is 2t. So 2 into 6 is 12, 12t. Okay, the differentiation of 6t square is 12t plus differentiation of t is 1. So differentiation of 3t will be equals to 3 and differentiation of 4 is equals to 0. Okay, now this is the equation for the velocity of the object. Now in order to find the velocity we should be knowing the value of t, right? But t is not given in the question, but one condition is given, that is acceleration is 0. We have to find the velocity when acceleration is 0. Okay, now let us find acceleration. Acceleration will be equals to differentiation of velocity, that is dv by dt. Okay, dv, the equation for the velocity just now we have found here, right? So let us substitute the equation for velocity here. D by dt of 3t square minus 12t plus 3. Okay. Now differentiation of t square is 2t and differentiation of 3t square is equals to 6 in t. Okay. T square is 2t, right? 2 into 3 is 6. So I am going to get 6t minus differentiation of t is 1. So differentiation of minus 12t will be equals to minus 12 and differentiation of constant is 0. So the equation for acceleration is 6t minus 12. Now the condition given is acceleration is 0. So if a equals to 0 means 6t minus 12 will be equals to 0. 6t will be equals to 12. Therefore t will be equals to 2 seconds. Okay. We have found time now. Now the acceleration will be equals to 0 when time is 2 seconds. At a time 2 seconds the acceleration of the particle is 0. Now let us substitute the value of t here. Okay, in the equation of velocity, because we have to find the velocity when acceleration is 0. Okay, now if we substitute t equals to 2 in this equation, we are going to get v equals to 3 into 2 square minus 12 into 2 plus 3. Okay, let us simplify this. V equals to 3 into 2 square, that is 4 into 3 is 12 minus 12 into 2 is 24 plus 3. Okay, after simplification I am going to get V equals to minus 9 meter per second. So the correct answer is option A, minus 9 meter per second. Okay, I hope everyone have understood how to solve this type of a question. The question for you is, the position x of the particle varies with time as x is equals to at square minus bt cube. Time t when the acceleration is equals to 0 is, four options are given here. So what is given in the question? Position of the particle is given as a function of time, that is x is equals to at square minus bt cube. Now what you have to find? We have to find time t when acceleration is equals to 0. Okay, and four options are given here. Okay, you have to give the correct answer in the comment section. Okay, till now we have solved multiple choice questions and numericals which requires the knowledge of differentiation. Okay, if you have any opinions or suggestions, you can write in the comment section. If you have not subscribed our channel till now, subscribe our channel, and to get the notifications of all our video uploads, press the bell icon. You can also follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page. The link for the Instagram and Facebook page will be given in the description. Okay, thank you very much.